Good morning, traders. Nick Master from Trading Market Cheaters here to bring you our daily market bias video for Thursday, August 2nd. It is approximately 4:45 a.m. in the East Coast. If you take a look at an overnight session in Asia, all of Asia is trading to the downside, if you will. And currently, right now in Europe, we're seeing the exact same phenomenon whereby every single exchange and all of Europe is trading to the downside. Now, in terms of market correlation as it stands, US dollar is trading higher. It's been trading higher pretty much all morning long. Crude is trading lower. There is correlation between US dollar and crude as is broadcast. The bonds are trading lower as well. In fact, the entire bond universe is pretty much on the downside. And the S&P, Nasdaq, Dow Jones Industrial Average all point to a lower open. Gold is also trading lower as well at this particular hour. Now, if we were to take a look at economic news we have in the docket today for the U.S. markets, at 7:30 a.m. we have the Challenger job cuts. This ties in nicely with tomorrow's non-farm payrolls. Additionally, at 8:30 we have unemployment claims. We have factory orders out at 10 a.m. Natural gas storage out at 10:30 a.m. These are all pretty much major. These are all pretty much proven market movers, if you will. All this being said, we will maintain a neutral bias. And the reason why we're electing to do so is because we're not seeing very much in the way of direction and or correlation with any of these instruments. It seems to us that the market doesn't have much in the way of direction, if you will. Dollar's pointing higher, crude's pointing lower. That's all well and good. However, the bonds are trading lower. Gold is trading lower, and in theory, what we ought to be seeing is we ought to be seeing the indices advancing. They're not. They're retreating. Again, not much in the way of direction, etc., and not much in the way of correlation, hence the neutral bias, which means the markets could go in any direction today. Could this change? Absolutely. Anything is possible in a volatile market. I think a lot of what's going to happen today is going to be dependent and hinging on economic news that's reported. Something to be mindful of trading. Thanks. Hope this helps. Look forward to the next time with you.